Hello, BYU Cougar fans. Welcome to the Blue Cougar Football Daily Podcast. What's on my mind? And I've got a few things on my mind. One major one, and we'll get that at the end. Let's go through a couple of things that I saw, and I want to point those out. First of all, congratulations to former BYU defensive lineman Brett Kiesel. He has been voted team captain for the Pittsburgh Steelers this year, which may be his final year. When I interviewed him a year ago, he said all his plans were to get through the end of his current contract, which went through this year, and then see how things go, see how he feels, and so this just might be his final year. And that'd be a great way to go out on as a team captain with that much respect from those you play with and those you sweat and bleed with every day. Also on the NFL front, I saw Austin Collie got cut by the San Francisco 49ers. That is a move that totally mystifies me. I really don't understand how he does not have a home. I understand nobody wants to sign him to a huge contract and pay him a whole bunch of money, try and make him their number one or number two wide receiver, although he has proven he can be such, because just the risk that he's not going to be around. But I mean, come on, these teams, they keep 5-6 wide receivers on the roster, or at least 4. I mean, why not keep him as your last guy? I mean, you don't expect a lot from that final receiver, and so why not keep him as that? Because he's worth that much more when he's healthy and on the field. He can do that much more, and so why not have him there as an ace in your hole, so to speak, and have him there to do more than whoever is in that spot will do, because he's already done more than that guy will ever do in his NFL career. I mean, it's just really, I mean, maybe that's blue goggle point of view from me, and it makes total sense. I mean, because, yeah, obviously 32 NFL teams don't want to sign him. I mean, there's got to be some. You would think there'd be some team out there that would take a guy who knows how to play this game and can do it really well. So I find that crazy, and hopefully he will find a spot before too long and can prove all the doubters wrong. I also noticed offensive coordinator Robert Nene, he's taken the blame for the interception at the end of the Virginia game that essentially lost the game for BYU. And I mean, of course he's going to do that. He's not going to throw Taysom Hill or Jamal Williams under the bus. He's going to say that he made a bad call and that it's his fault. I mean, what else do you expect him to say? Especially, first game back at BYU. He's not going to separate himself as someone selfish and all of that. So I'm not making a big deal about that quote. It's what I expected, and hopefully we just learn from it and we move on. I mean, what can we say? It was Gary Crowton reincarnated when he said he'd rather win by 9 instead of 2 against Stanford, and we lost because of an interception thrown. And here A didn't say he'd rather win by 11 instead of 4, and as nice as it would have been to hold on to the ball the rest of the game and not give Virginia any chance to score, that pass ruined it. So as I said yesterday, I really think the best play call would have been a hitch and go, because I'm sure the corners would have bid on that. BYU had run it several times already in the game, been successful, and here you're looking at trying just to get 6 yards. So you run that hitch right there at 6 yards. Those corners will jump all over that. And just like Cody Hoffman got wide open on that 4th and 13 a year ago against Utah, whoever is out there would have gotten wide open on that play, because all the corners would have been thinking about was, don't let them get the first down, don't let them get the first down, and they would be over aggressive and jump that route, and then you've got a long ball wide open down the field. And even if that isn't the way it played out, the corners read it well, you're looking at an interception that's essentially a punt, which is what you would have done the next play anyways. But anyways, of course, hindsight's always 20/20, and that's something I'd kind of like to see us stop doing. I mean, we all do it. Everybody's doing it. The media likes to try and do it. Because, yeah, after something bad happens, obviously, yeah, that was not a good move. So why'd you do that? Why didn't you do something else? Well, I mean, we're talking about 5-6 seconds here where the coaches have a chance to make a decision. And, I mean, they got a lot of things going through their mind. It's really hard to sit there and remember, 10 years ago, 9 years ago, or however many years exactly it was that BYU lost that game to Stanford in such a similar way. And of course, if it all works out, then they're a genius. And nobody's sitting here looking at, wow, well, you know what could have happened there. No, it works, and nobody makes a big deal. Nobody remembers that like we do the bad stuff. Nobody makes a huge deal out of it like we do the bad stuff. So I think, the coaches, they are smart enough to realize, it wasn't the right thing to do, and it really blew up and backfired. And I'd kind of like to see us get away from always asking them about those things. I mean, it's pretty obvious, and so why not try and find out something else and pick their brains for some other knowledge that would be better for us to know. Alright, the big thing on my mind, though, of course, a loss like this brings up, from a lot of people, the Fire Bronco cries, and I didn't pull that out yet, and I'm not going to today, but I did remember what I wrote a year ago about how I would not have renewed his contract and put him sort of on the hot seat for this year, to show that the problems that are in the program have been fixed. And this game definitely did not show that. Again, the big problem with BYU is that under Bronco Mendenhall, when it rains, it pours. We don't just have bad plays, we have fluke bad plays. And that's what makes us lose all the time. I mean, so why can't we stop those? I would like to see, because I can't remember the last time it happened, I'd like to see BYU lose a game because I felt they were outplayed, rather than a punt being blocked on the second time we're doing it because of an illegal formation penalty, and that resulting in a touchdown, and the punt's being blocked in a favorable spot for that. Why not have it blocked out at midfield, so they still have to go 50 yards to score instead of 16? Or like we saw, the interception, it wasn't just an interception, it was not just one defender being there, but luckily another defender. I mean, the guy would have been tackled another 30 yards upfield, and Virginia would have had to drive almost half the field to score the winning touchdown. But no, oh, look it, he's going down and he's in perfect position to pitch the ball to this guy right behind him, who's then able to carry the ball, advance the ball another several yards. bad shotgun snap down inside the 15-yard line, which then results in a safety. Why there? Why not 30 yards upfield? Why not when we're in field goal range or on the goal line, and so we still have to just kick a field goal instead of scoring a touchdown? And there's just this bizarre phenomenon that's happening, and that's what I would like to see stop, because it's crazy. These plays are supposedly statistical outliers, just all the little nuances to them that happen. It's not just a blocked punt, it's not just a bad shotgun snap, it's not just an interception with less than 3 minutes to play. Why can't we throw just an interception? Why can't we just have a blocked punt? Like last year in the Poinsettia Bowl, BYU blocked a punt for San Diego State, but it didn't turn into any points. Why couldn't our blocked punt turn into no points? So those are the strange things that have been happening for years under Bronco Mendenhall, that you just get the feeling, that has to stop. I mean, there's something going on. Why would they continue and keep going for several years like this? Why is it always so bizarre and so strange? So that's what's really been on my mind a lot this last day. Is it's happened again. It's just this strange, crazy stuff again that cost us the game. And who knows, I mean, here in November we might be looking back at this game and saying, wow, we'd already be bowl eligible. We wouldn't be depending upon beating Notre Dame here in South Bend so we can become bowl eligible. I mean, that's the way many people have talked. When we found out about this schedule, thought 6-6 was a real possibility. Well, what if this was one of those games where now we're going to be looking at 5-7 at the end of the year instead of 6-6? We don't go to a bowl game just because of this strange stuff that always happens in a BYU loss. We can't just lose a game because we were outplayed. We were outfluked in these games. Well, that's what's on my mind today. You can probably hear I'm getting drowned out by the rain. I've got some competition here, and it's not gonna give up until I stop, I guess. So the rain is still bothering BYU fans, still bothering Blue Cougar football. So hopefully better luck tomorrow. I'll talk to you then. Go Cougars!